And the fact that both Ursa and Lesh don't really like to buy BKB early on. Lesh considers it as like a third or a fourth item. Ursa maybe as like a third or fourth item as well, but they would much prefer to get, you know, your Yules, your like S and Y or something on your Ursa Warrior. Your Abyssal Blade, of course, is a key item, with like Phase Basher being, I feel like, one of the more common builds on Ursa whenever we do see him.
I feel like the common build on Ursa these days is just skip the drums. You can get an extra Windlace straight into Basher. Might have Mask just for some sustain, and it also opens up the Roche for you. But you might completely
go like Phase, like Phase Magic Stick Basher. Like I've seen people skip like no Wraith Band, no Bracer, no drums, no, not even finishing Wand. Like just straight into Basher. Let's freaking go. Well, there we have it. 5v5 draft versus draft. Do you prefer one or the other? Ignore game one. Draft against draft.
Yeah. Stay hydrated, boys. Take some water.
Oh, thanks.
Gary,
yeah,
you too. I'm gonna sip some. I always feel playing Ursa, you're on timer. You also want to get the Roche. They don't necessarily have the best Roche-taking lineup on Nigma, but I love going in, taking Roche against these, let's say, TA lineups, Ursas as well. Not sure that's gonna happen here.
I have solid intelligence.
Oh, who's getting tipped? Oh, it's Wee. Wee's getting tipped. That's nice. Friendly people. Lil yet again, headdress to start things off, and goes up towards top. Over on that Snapfire. Skylark going to be bringing up the rear a little bit. Miracle, the position 1 Night Stalker. Wee's your OD mid, who should be against the Boranya Lesh. Currently battling with GH. On that tiny Spartan Disruptor, Mind Control the Underlord with Kuroki Enchantress, and of course Skitter, the final hero on that Ursa Warrior.
30 seconds to battle.
And grumpy little teddy bear, cutting all the trees, getting ready for pulls.
Can you even play Ursa without Alpine set?
No. Automatic loss. They should re-release that set, by the way.
At the price would drop, and people would be happy.
Who cares?
The battle begins.
People stockpiling expensive items. Spread, share the wealth, everybody. Send Lacoste and Alpine Ursa set, somebody. GH is gonna go for a toss play.
Sharing is caring.
It sure is. Does Kuroki enchant?
In a bit of trouble here. Just TP out. It's that easy.
Very well played. TP's to the tier 1 as well. Instant salve. So still sticking around for that laning stage as Nigma group up for a tri-lane bottom. MC, Kuroki, GH. This is pretty spooky for a Disruptor and an Ursa Warrior.
If they keep this tri-lane on bottom, Snapfire will be forced to go to the bottom lane. I think they can afford to trade a little bit on the bottom, see what the Lil is gonna do, and just leave the Night Stalker here alone for a few, I'd say a minute or two, to see how they respond. Ursa would not be happy playing against the tri-lane.
No, absolutely not. Especially when Enchantress is just clicking you over and over again, the threat of the toss back, GH with a nice block on the creep camp to stop any kind of pulls coming, and also looking for the courier snipe. The little baboon hiding away in the trees. Did come out to this bottom lane for the Radiant side. Already, Kuroki with a Centaur. They've got Skitter tossed back into the Centaur. Stomp, beautiful. Really nicely set up. GH is dropping low, but he'll be able to back away, no problems. And now the TP from the Grandma comes. Snapfire arrives on the scene of the crime. And it's tri-lane versus tri-lane time.
This is what they wanted to do. Night Stalker has high base damage, armor as well, and the region 4.6 per second at level 2. They can also sacrifice some farm on the Night Stalker to cripple the Ursa. That's the plan.
Yeah, like you said, they force Snapfire bottom lane. Immediately GH is like, right, okay, you try lane, whatever. We've got 2 heroes down there that probably don't mind too much. Mind Control's gonna get a few Fury swipes up on him. Actually, they're going for the kill, they'll bring him down. First blood spilled by Lil. GH, even with a haste rune, unable just yet to find Baranya, who is very, very patiently waiting by his tier 1 and also hiding his courier.
Unless he tosses him back to the tower, there isn't much kill potential.
And he tosses him onto the OD for now. Yeah, no tower damage and no body blocks means Baranya will be fine. Going for the lightning build here, 102 for the mid lash. Secure all that CS as best he can. I just want to take a peek up towards top. Miracle currently 11 and 1, pretty much the same farm as Skylark's Omni Knight, and Skitter has actually come up here to lane against the Night Stalker. Who they left bottom lane? The two supports are left down bottom.
Oh, they're swapping. Lil already level 3, a bit low on the mana. Wait, was that his courier? Nope. He needs to have some items in the courier. Have boots, Windlace, and 2 clarities, man. He's gonna be setting things up with a lot of move speed.
Holy
Especially
crap,
for
yeah.
Ursa. Like, you have 2 abilities that you can reposition with if Ursa gets a point in Earthshock, plus a cookie.
Yeah, I'd love to see like the 1-1-1 build from Skitter plus the cookie, jumping around, Nigma, bring Kuroki top. So tri-lane now around the Night Stalker, leaving Underlord alone against Omni Knight and Disruptor, which is fine. He's not against the Ursa anymore, so unlikely to die. And this will secure Miracle much more farm, while also pressuring Skitter's Ursa. Look at this, like he can't really stick around in the creep wave due to this impetus damage from Kuroki. GH boots up. Where's he heading? Like the threat of this Tiny is just ever present. You don't know if he's ganking top, that's why Skitter's hiding. Maybe he goes and heads in towards mid, which is where Baranya does have to be very, very wary.
The runes, if you get Invis or Haste, there's a lot of kill potential. Or if we get to Astral, yes, there it is. Toss him back.
Absolutely. Astral, toss back. This should be a kill now with the avalanche. GH sets it up, and Baranya will fall flat. Oh, Fairy Fire. Oh, one more hit. He's got a salve. He turns. He's gonna kill GH here. Lacoste's got him.
At least you canceled the sal, but nice play from Baranya there.
Oh, damn, I did not expect that. Beautiful stuff. And now he's trying to bait Wee in. Look for the split earth. Wee has equilibrium up. Does he get it? Yeah. Pops it out and kills him off.
Let yourself get carried away.
After that great play, stays there. Also, I think he had enough money to buy a bottle, but didn't do it.
Down towards bottom lane. Mind control. A courier. Oh, courier sniped the boots. Mind control's little booties are gone, but they should be able to find Skitter now with that combo from Tiny. Mind control chases forward, and Spartan just has to.
And meanwhile, in the
turn
top
and fall
lane,
back.
Lil and Skylark managed to grab a kill on the Night Stalker before the first nighttime.
Hunting bounties.
Look at how speedy Lil is with boots and windlace. I love, oh man, I love the way that Mortimer walks. It's so beautiful. I don't care if I miss a kill right now. Look at him just like waddling along. Oh, he's so cute. Do you like lizards?
Are you talking
like
about
reptiles?
our co-worker lizard, or?
Oh, everyone loves lizards. But would you have like a miracle? Jesus. Like, would you consider having a reptile, like a gecko or a snake or anything as a pet? Like, is that something
Definitely
you're
not
into?
a snake person, but I
Not
could
a-
see having a Komodo dragon.
Ooh, damn. Just have like a Komodo dragon pit with a trapdoor that you drop your enemies into.
Sounds great. I just need
Those
the
things
money
are dangerous,
to
dude.
build that. They are, man. These are the one of the most dangerous animals on the planet.
Like, if they bite you, don't they have like bacteria that like
They
destroys?
do, yeah.
Yeah. That's some real nasty stuff.
Regeneration.
Anyway,
There's a
enough
reason
about
why
lizards.
Komodo dragon is the most popular Twitch chat emo.
Oh yeah, of course, OS Komodo. I always forget that exists.
I just made that up. It's my favorite.
Oh, it's the most popular for sure. Kappa doesn't stand a chance against it. GH roaming around. He's going to catch a glimpse there of a couple of core heroes farming defensively in the jungle. So potentially here, they just allow Miracle to free farm top. They could rotate
Dire's
Kuroki
courier
bottom if they
has been
wanted to.
killed.
But Mind Control's courier has died yet again. He has got his phase boots out and might just be able to escape this one. Unfortunately, the glimpse back into the waiting arms of Skylark, and Lil gets a killing spree for Grandma.
Here as many times as it takes.
He's level 5.5, 7 minutes
Radiant's
in.
bottom
That's good.
tower
Needs to
is
bring
under
more
attack.
regen. Once he hits that level 6 with Mortimer Kisses, they have a pretty good setup with the kinetic field. You know, it's enough. Only level 1, duration 2.6 seconds should be enough to land a couple of those.
Dire are scanning.
Let's see if they can get the Astral into toss again mid. Do they have? They've got no vision here, the Radiant. So Baranya just playing off of game sense. He knows that Tiny's missing. He knows that all of his team are bottom and very unlikely to be able to TP and help. So he just goes back and jungles for now. Very patient play from the Lesh.
Radiant's top tower is
Top
under
tier one with a
attack.
catapult. Miracle gonna go whack it about a little bit.
Radiant are scanning.
Tiny. Oh yeah, he did get spotted that time. Blue pings him out. Spartan says, hey, oh, Baranya, careful, mate. Don't get tossed back. Kuroki rotated in as well with a Satyr. Oh, bottom elo, mind control. This is what happens, right? You're grouping around mid. They know that you're mid with 3 heroes, or at least 2, and they open up a play onto MC. FaZe Boots are giving him a good bit of gap creator here, getting away from danger, but I don't know if he's fully safe, because Lesh could rotate down, but looks like Baranya is being found by Enchantress. Yeah, mind control. He's going to try and TP out of this one. Get into the trees and sod off back home. Weehar has killed Skylark in a 3v1 top, so they shift their efforts there, but yeah, mind control finally dies, dragging 3 heroes along with him.
That's a lot of time. I'm not gonna say wasted, but at least Disruptor on the bottom lane is farming, collecting XP. No, I mean, he's sitting at the 17 CS
Radiant's
compared
top
to
tower is
supports
under
on
attack.
Nigma and on A mode. GH with 1 CS only. Wow.
Radiant
It's
structures
definitely in
are
part, you know,
fortified.
Leshrac and
Radiant's
Ursa
top
spending
tower
quite a bit of
is
time in
under
the jungle,
attack.
so the lanes have been a little bit open for the Radiant supports to get a bit more farm than expected. And top tier one looks like it's dropping pretty quickly. They lost the catapult, but held their smashers here with the attack speed to keep on going. Mid lane, hello, tossed back into Wee, but Baranya fighting, knowing he's got Lil to help him out. The banish from the Astral stops any further aggression. They were looking for that cookie forward to kill off Tiny. Top lane, what's happening there? Hello, Skylark. Wants to try and deny this tower. Doesn't have Guardian Angel. He's not holding a point either. He can maybe get the wand and the GA off now. He's leveled up and he's still looking forward for this GH kill. They've glimpsed back Miracle and they're going to get a 2 for Skylark. He's so close, so close. He does get the kill. Spartan a double, in fact, as Kuroki trades back. A 2 for 1, well worth it here. This is going to give Spartan a really nice chance to get to level 6. He's not there just yet. The cookie into Astral. Spartan's going to get ripped apart here. Impetus and the Arcane all blowing up the poor Disruptor, and Lil unable to accomplish anything further. Well, let's get it down bottom, aiming for mind control. Let's see how many.
Well, from downtown.
No way. Is he gonna get more? Cookie on the creep? Oh, he didn't land. We are so close to death. They've got lightning up in a second, and with the split earth to follow through, potentially they can get this one. The vision from the observer ward, really nicely placed there, but OD just speedy enough with those treads to get back behind the tree line, while bottom lane Night Stalker pops out the Dark Ascension, chases onto the Ursa, and Rage is already expended to go to the TP now. There's nothing to stop it apart from damage, and they don't have quite enough of that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Nice
attack.
done by Skitter. We talked about his item build. He's struggling at the moment. Just the phase boost wand and the wind lace. And wow, they actually get a kill on Wee. That's gonna be a free tower for them. The old
Radiant's bottom tower is
mirror
under
movement.
attack.
Take tier 1 tower, lose tier 1.
Dire structures
Also
are
trying to
fortified.
defend mid lane Skitter.
Radiant
Can't
structures
really
are
match up
fortified.
against Enchantress, Tiny, and a
Dire's top
catapult with a
tower
big
is
old
under
creep wave.
attack.
Goes for the range creeps, try and aggro them away.
Dire's
Smoke
top
behind him,
tower is
Disruptor
fortified.
with the granny. Cookie forward, Tiny threw out the avalanche already, but the Static Storm, there's not much else
Dire
he can do.
structures are fortified.
Both supports were high
Radiant's
level,
middle tower
level
has
6
been
at 10-minute
denied.
mark, so they decided to give Tome of Knowledge to Ursa Smoke from Kuro. They know, they saw this.
Dire are scanning.
Who's that bounty rune for?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Is it for Lesh Bottle? Yeah, it's for Lesh Bottle. That's what I was wondering. Oh, no, maybe not. Lil just grabbed it anyway. He's like, whatever. Kuroki snipes out a tower and an observer ward on his wandering up towards top lane. And these towers, they're falling quickly. You know, we're looking at this 10-5. It is a lead for the Radiant side, but Nigma are taking objectives really, really
Dire's
systematically.
middle tower is under attack.
Straight into Roche. No items, 4 points in Fury Swipe. It's more than enough. Omni Knight will keep them healthy. They can see 2 heroes moving, farming the jungle. Night Stalker showing on the top lane. If they keep the track, they know Dark Ascension is on cooldown.
Radiant are scanning.
GH is going to scout this though. Oh, Radiant scan. They know that there's someone coming in. Cookie in towards the Roshan. GH avalanche. Aegis onto Lil. He takes it as quickly as he can.
I mean, he had to know it.
Days as a
Yeah.
road agent.
They knew that Invis Tiny was coming.
Our chair is making some noises. I hope you don't hear that.
Just a crack.
Dire's middle tower
It wasn't
is
too.
under
It
attack.
wasn't too loud, honestly.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
So we're
attack.
looking at Aghanim Scepters here for the Dire, right? Miracle is like halfway towards his. OD, pretty much same story. So the double axe timing for Night Stalker OD, definitely key. Blink a third of the way there for Tiny, as Underlord is moving towards Pipe slowly but surely. So we're looking at this kind of 20 minute period where Nigma potentially feels strong, but I just don't have a firm grasp on where this game's going. You know, Radiant have been making the moves. They've been really setting the tempo of the game, but they've been losing out on these lanes.
True. Nigma, however, they wanna take a fight with the next 9 time. Miracle needs 1,000 gold to finish off his Ags from 15 to 20 minute mark. They will have Aghanim Scepter on OD in a couple of minutes. Not the perfect timing.
Underlord just planting his body in front of this tier 1 middle. Destroy the creep waves, defend the tower, don't let aggressive mode get these objectives which they desperately require. And they're trying to go on to GH here. Spartan doesn't quite get the vision to glimpse, unfortunately. Level 4 glimpse as well. We'll get a D-ward. This is a bit nasty. An avalanche, Cookie. It moves him forward. And Spartan, well, he gets the D-ward, he moves on high ground, but that's going to be Weehart grabbing up a kill that will move him closer to that Aghanim Scepter.
Dire's
I think they're
Now
fine.
900 off.
That they just killed the tier 1 tower on the mid lane. But Nigma's farming those 2 Aghanim Scepters and they're gonna be ready to fight.
Right, the GH is, he's speedily moving in towards Blink himself. Farm up some neutrals, grab some bounty. Is he stacking that? Not quite. Gets the bounty rune though. It's all perfectly fine. And yeah, look at this. Skitter, phase 1, wind blaze, just like you said, basher straight away.
Problem is they don't have that Aegis on Ursa. GH messed up their initial plans, but still. How much time do they have left on Aegis? 2 minutes. Aghanim Scepter
Not like
down
Grandma's
on
a
Miracle.
frontline hero either. Yeah, here comes the Ags. What? 4 minutes of nighttime to play with as well. This is prime time for Nigma. Time to draw lines on the map. Time to play aggressively. Miracle immediately down towards bottom lane. Underlord has already shoved the wave, so they're going to try and loop in from behind to get the backstab. Disruptor will be the casualty of war that they pick on. Bully looking for Grandma now. Poor little Snapfire getting hounded by Miracle. There's the AoE Void. Landing onto 3 heroes at once. Really nicely done as Disruptor buys back. Looking to battle on this tier 2 bot. There we go, Spawn. Allows Skitter to get himself a beautiful little kill as the Mortimer's Kisses. Jumping off the mind control. Look at the big damage. Big damage. Baranya slows him with the lightning. Split Earth, where are we? Ready and raring to go. If they can get a setup stun from anyone, they've got him locked in place. They ain't gonna miss the stun though, Skitter. He's gonna be fine. Chasing this one down. They're dragging him into Connect Field, but Skitter will finally bring mind control to his knees.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I want to see Yule Scepter on Lashrak, not Kaya. They need something to set things up. You can see them struggling. If there's no glimpse, they can't chase.
Like, even just to, like, cancel TPs as well, right? Set things up, cancel TPs, stop all the nonsense. Kuroki's been a bit quiet this game. Phase Boots Headdress.
Under attack.
Not really too much to his name, giving a lot of the gold priority here, of course, to GH on his way to Blink. That will be the jump that Nigma need as they smoke together.
Have omniscience.
Skylark is a difficult target to kill, and he's got a little bit of backup behind him as well. The trouble being, a 1v4, not ideal for him. A glimpse away will force Miracle to stay back, and the speedy Skylark Omni sprinting back, but he's still 1v4. He can heal, he can go and mean what he really wants to. Still a decent amount of magic damage coming out through from this Nigma side, and an Astral will stop him dead in his tracks. Down you go, and the chase is on. Miracle desperate to catch out Lil or Skitter or anyone he bloody well can, but another glimpse sends him packing.
Meanwhile, on the top lane, Barania
Dire's
trying
top
to
tower
split
is
push
under
as much as
attack.
possible, has BO3s ready in a couple of seconds to
Dire's
join a
structures
fight,
are
but they
fortified.
definitely need this
Radiant
Omni-Knight.
structures are
I
fortified.
feel like Radiant just wants to drag this game, take one good fight near the Roche, and when the second Roche respawns, and then play with Aegis and Cheese.
Can they find this Ursa? Oh, he's TP'd out. Very smart.
Dire are scanning.
That timing. They're pinging out now that he's probably in the trees. They've even scanned him. But look at this middle lane. They know aggressive mode. They know that they will move bottom lane, so they go on towards Wing and Mind Control. Skitter's jumping in, looking for the Underlord. No, he's just looking for the OD. They Astral up the end, but that tree is dead. And so is Kuroki. There's no escape for Nigma now. 15-9. And, well, Nigma, they are making these sweeping moves, but they're not doing it as a team.
OD needs to be careful about his positioning. He is the save, but he's also the damage. If they use the combo, or if they go with Ursa on someone, he needs to be there to save people. So this BKB needs to come as fast as possible.
Grandma. Already with Arcane's mech, Lil does such a great job farming with this hero. Force Staff is also nearly completed, but in comes Nigma. They still have a little bit of nighttime, 40 seconds to make the most of this. They'll catch a kill. Invading into the Radiant jungle, no response here from aggressive mode, of course. Just let him die. Skitter will fall back to farm. Skylark can shift up to top, take the outpost, and maybe do a little bit of a push, clear out a wave or so. You just let Nigma take your jungle at this point. You're waiting for next Roshan, it feels like.
Yeah, that fight a couple of minutes ago is where they planted a good vision. They might be like losing the games, but still Nigma always have a good vision.
Skylark didn't quite finish off the outpost, cancelled at the last second. By the void from Nightstalker, the Static Storm's decent, and Mind Controls are gone. Miracle still fighting into this 1 versus 4. He's got Aegis Kuroki helping out, but it just doesn't feel like they're doing much. Glimpse back, Miracle sent into the waiting arms of the teddy bear, but Kuroki shredded by the overpower. The Fury swipes the AoE void, stopping them again, delaying the inevitable, but Miracle falls. Nigma, what are you doing?
They overextended. I mean, they have a lot of damage. Once Nightstalker goes in with that void toss, they were playing with them. Also, once Omni-Knight finishes that fight, it's gonna be a lot harder because right now everything they have is magical, besides some pure damage coming out from the Enchantress.
And it's so nicely done by aggressive mode as well, you know, pushing and pulling Nigma around the map. They fully understand these Aghanim's timings, they understand the nighttime of the Miracle Nightstalker desperately needs to play around the clock. And Mind Control, even with his pipe, hasn't been able to, you know... I think that's like the big thing. Wee hasn't really been in a fight, has he? Like Nightstalker, Underlord, Tiny, they've been running around doing stuff. Ench and OD, where
I
have
don't
they
blame him. You need that BKB. Otherwise, you're just gonna feel like,
Radiant
yeah, Ursa
are
goes on me,
scanning.
I used Astral, if he gets a bash, I'm dead. Or if they use the Static Storm combo on me, I'm dead. Roche is up. Go. Still few more minutes, 3.5 to be exact. until the next nighttime. They should use this and try to grab a kill with the smoke and then go into Roche Pit, because Night Stalker will only have 30 seconds of Dark Ascension.
GH, very aggressive blink. And he did know that Snapfire had already spent her abilities. It wasn't massively risky, especially when they see, Skitter and Baranya showing on the lanes top and bottom.
Alright, put that Vanguard in your inventory.
Avalanche toss combo, Spartan's still alive, and he's got Static Storm.
Going.
Skitter's gonna chase down GH. Unfortunately, this Underlord Pit of Malice is really dead in the way, but the Mortimer's Kisses, the rain of fire is coming down on the heads of Nigma. Can they stop this Mind Control Underlord from escaping with the open? They glimpse back the OD lost in bloody time. Beautiful from Spartan. Tip him up. What weather map 3 is this?
And I can't believe Skitter still has Quelling Blade instead of Vanguard in his inventory.
Yeah, what's going on here, Skitter? What's happening, man? He'll get the Aegis now, though, and Abyssal Blade, it's done. For all intents and purposes, it is done. Baranya not far away from his own BKB. How's we doing? Still halfway towards the recipe. Miracle close to Blink. These items just don't feel like they are going to be as, game-changing or even just team-fight winning as the items that the Radiant are picking up.
There's no follow-up. Even when Night Stalker gets the Blink Dagger, who's gonna cut into backlines? Tiny's combo's not gonna be that efficient anymore. Skylark about to finish his pipe, which will mitigate that magical burst damage that they have.
1 minute 20 until nighttime. Does Nigma wait? They've got to get this BKB. It's been so long. 24 minutes now. Weehar has been stalled a little bit in his farm. Still second in net worth. Don't take it away from him. He's definitely farmed well. It's just not been perfectly timed, which is what we expect from this level of players.
Just admit it, Gary. You're flaming him.
I don't flame. I'm a reformed boy. I'm wholesome.
It comes with age.
Purification.
It definitely doesn't come with age, I tell you now.
It does for me. I don't know. Maybe you're just not mature.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It takes self-reflection and maturity.
All right, that's the BKB.
Dire's
Nighttime
top tower is under
in 20
attack.
seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Lesh
attack.
has his BKB, a cheese. Ursa has Abyssal and Aegis.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Nigma just feel like a step behind, but if they can get, like you're saying, to get this Night Stalker and Tiny into the backlines, blow up Disruptor, make sure there's no glimpse, no Static Storm, kill off the Grandma, then things can work out for them. High ground to low ground, down they go aggressive mode, in towards Nigma. They've got the Abyssal Blade immediately onto the Night Stalker, but the Astral buying a bit of time. Put him out down, they force the BKB from Baranya, the Astral. It's not time well for the split earth to land, and GH, well, he jumped in, he's gonna fall back down again as his BKB, onto the Astral we go. Oh, that Skitter. Ursa still has the Aegis though, and I think that's gonna be it. A 1-for-1 trade, back off, run away.
He's building up the charges.
Baranya.
On OD, 10 charges.
Astral up, Pit of Malice again. Ursa trapped inside with Baranya. They've got the Guardian Angel and the Mortimer's Kisses raining down. Hellfire onto the Nigma's heads. And Mind Control just has to endure away. But does he have enough HP to survive? No, he doesn't. Absolutely not. So the jump forward allows them to catch the OD with the Abyssal Blade. Self-Astral into death is all that awaits Weehar at the end of his visit to the Nether Realms.
Gotcha.
Mind Control just killed V there. He was relying on getting out with the Underlord ulti, and they blew him up so quickly.
Dire's middle tower has
Still
fallen.
An easy tier 2, and it looks like an easy tier 3 potentially. That's a very early glyph. I want to try and get this creep wave.
Even cheese on... Okay, Flash ate the cheese.
Yeah.
My bad.
They do still have that Aegis though. Catapult alive, of course, as well. Nighttime is still going, but GH, well, he goes with the Avalanche toss, but shredded by the Ursa down to half HP, and he's gone. Does have buyback if needs be. There might be retreat time though from the Raider, but they couldn't get aggressive enough to go deep in for this. The enrage, the damage stun onto Miracle. They've got no heal. The Glimmer Cape is there. The heal comes through. Miracle's still alive somehow. The mech and heal comes through, and Skitter has to bail back down south, back to the high ground. Hold the line.
Skylark is a tier 4 tower somehow.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
He was a sacrifice. He was
They
the
need
gimme.
to chase now.
All the toss. Up we go. Nigma, Miracle, and GH trying to make the plays here. Mind control. Do we have a bit of malice? Yes, we do. In 2. They've got the alien boy that killed off the disruptor, and the Snapfire will follow.
Tower has fallen.
Where's
The
teddy bear?
courier, and they are losing this fight because they had no detection to finish off the Night Stalker. Glimmer Cape from Kuroki, keeping him alive twice.
The Night Stalker.
Miracle got shredded by the Ursa. He's still got Aegis for what, 25
20 seconds.
It's getting a little bit dicey. As Baranya managed to kind of shift up towards top, get a couple of creep waves there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Decent defense by Nigma, not atrocious. Did they have to? Did they buy back anyone?
They bought back on Tiny.
Yeah, a little bit ago. So not devastating by any means. They lose a tier 3. Not a massive deal though. 2 minutes until the outposts need to be collected up, and that's what the arrows are being drawn by aggressive mode 4.
I think Lil should invest in Gem when he gets enough gold to get rid of the vision and to counter that Glimmer Cape that they have.
Move there, Abyssal Blade. Oh, it's GH. Another Glimmer Cape. No way is he allowed to escape. They've got the dust this time. Reveal is there. And Baranya. OB ready as the cleanup crew. Miracle, Mind Control, Kuroki. They're sticking around and trying to fight. What are we up to? 3 charges on the Santa's Eclipse. Let's see how many can stack up now, because Mind Control, Kuro, Miracle, they want to retreat. Is he fast enough? Yeah, full snap.
the
Glimpse. They got him, the
but
BKB Glimmer.
Astral. Oh, he BKB'd. He actually BKB'd.
Yeah, he BKB'd.
We didn't talk about the neutral items in this game. Orb of Destruction on Ursa. That's a cool one. Anything else? Omni Knight with the telescope. On
We got
Nigma's
two-
side, Imclaw Underlord. Oh, not as
We got two-
scary.
Yeah, it sure is. Now, how much damage does he have? 24 permanent bonus damage. We got 2 telescopes drop at the same time. Omni Knight got one, OD got one. We're looking at that extended range coming from both of those heroes.
Can they catch him?
Control is out of the base. 4 staff into Abyssal onto B. They're going for the OD. They know that the BKB is down. But the Glimmer Cape again causing problems. No reveal. No way to see the Invisera. And Skitter with no Aegis might be in a little bit of trouble. Cookie will get him to the low ground as a glimpse. Causing problems here. Baranya still with his BKB going. Stun. Misses. This doesn't catch Weave, but the Mortimer's kisses. They will land in on top of Nigma yet again. Miracle being hounded now by aggressive mode. Pulse Nova burning through him, but they don't have the jump. No clap, no Abyssal Blade just yet. 2 seconds. Skitter will have to wait before he can jump in with it. Does he use it on the Underlord? No, he goes straight onto the Enchantress. Look at him go. The toss back saves Kuro. Mind Control not going to be as lucky though.
Baranya needs the TP with the scroll. Come back with Boost of Travel. He's out of mana. There's the back toss. Not the hero that you want to go for. Also, Ursa's BKB flying out of the base right now.
Oh,
bash.
Underlord. Skitter is playing this so aggressively. He has no BKB on him, but he's just going absolutely wild. Kuro down to half HP. Finally, the dust is there and swiped down with great vengeance. This teddy bear takes out the edge. He buys back immediately, tossing the fountain. The Omni Knight goes. Guardian Angel on the cooldown, so he heals up and he barely survives the intense damage and the tree throw. Oh, barely killing him off. Does he buy back? Who's being glimpsed? This Miracle sent back towards his fountain. Lil Baranya retreating. Low HP, low mana. Avalanche combo with the toss, and GH has a double kill. Spartan, glimpse in 5. Save Baranya. Give your life. Spartan, give your life. Yes, run into them. Do not let the Lesh die.
Not like this, boys. Not like Stever diving at the fountain. I mean, you can just get a kill. Look at the tower. They dealt less than 100 damage.
I mean, yeah, if Skitter had BKB there, maybe it's a good play. If he doesn't have BKB there, no. No.
The good thing is they didn't lose neither Ursa nor Leshrac.
And you've got to admire the aggression as well. They are living up to their name.
Yeah, but they forced 2 buybacks. Actually 3. One from Enchantress, also Underlord and Night Stalker.
Let's see if this Deep Dire Ward can do anything for Kuroki and the gang.
Double damage, Underlord, Imp Claw.
Oh, baby.
Roche
Miracle.
will respawn in 40 seconds.
Aggressive mode of smoked. Ursa with Disruptor coming up just behind him. 35 seconds now. Smoke will pop onto that low ground Ursa warrior. Lots of high ground wards though, and the vision given allows them to catch Spartan. No static storm, no glimpse. The play on the Tiny from Baranya, holding his BKB for as long as possible. And they realize committing here is not the play to be made. Nigma, they're charging forward. That is Dark Ascension expended now, so do you want to see Nigma go into the Roche Pit themselves?
Yeah, they definitely need to. They just killed off Disruptor, Nighttime. Oof. No Dark Ascension. I don't think you can take a fight with Dark Ascension, to be honest. Nighttime, not there for a bit less than 2 minutes. Who do you give Axe to? What if you give it to Snapfire, who doesn't even have an Axe upgrade?
Yeah, just eat it.
Just please don't give it to Lash. I mean, you could give it to...
Yeah.
Okay, oh, that's very weird. They gave it to Disruptor, even though he already has Ogre Axe and Point Booster. It feels like they want to end the game right now, so they want to have the combo.
Spartan has Telescope in his quick buy.
I noticed.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Come on, man,
Radiant
you can't do that.
structures
No,
are
I mean, you can put like Courier and stuff in your quick buy as well, even though
He just wanted to take it from Skylark.
Give it me. Oh, we forced after way Glimmer as well. They've got Dust.
Yo, boys, take the Raxes.
Kill the buildings, lads. Kill the bloody buildings. And Barani with the Edict goes to work on it. Mind control, trying to clear out waves.
Radiant's bottom tower.
This comes down now to GH with a toss back. Avalanche is good. Baranya has popped his Bloodstone, holding Cheese and BKB for when the fight kicks off properly. Heals up onto the Ursa Warrior. They've got no follow through though. A Banish will stop the impetus from landing. And another Pit of Malice. Mind control, looking just to control up this Ursa Warrior as best he can. Toss back again. Baranya BKBs. They've got the catch onto GH as well as he is ripped limb from limb, but he's got buyback available. Straight into the battle. Once again, Skitter, BKB ready as well. They're holding. They're so patient with these BKBs. It is wondrous. Static Storm not so great from Spartan, but we'll call it a zoning one. Stopping
Static
Nigma
Storm,
from
yeah, that's right, Gary.
hold the high ground.
Nighttime, now it's time to chase. Miracle has a Blink Dagger. Do they go? No vision whatsoever.
They're so scared. They've got Aegis and BKBs. I thought they were going to hold high ground there for sure, but instead they're going to get Spartan tossed back and dead.
Dismount.
Bounty!
Oh, Tiny had a Yules there, but he couldn't see him because he was behind the tree.
Also, they couldn't get the melee Raxes because of one of the greatest items ever invented in the game called the Repair Kit. At least it got nerfed, so there's no multi-shot anymore.
Who has the repair kit? Oh yeah, Kuro does. One charge remaining. Baranya has Boots of Travel, so he can TP out of this no problem.
This sustains.
The line is drawn down middle lane again. Let's go, let's freaking go. What's Aegis timer like? 2.5 minutes? Yeah, easy,
yep.
easy.
All wands will break.
Come on, Lil, buy that gem. I don't think the dust is gonna do the trick. You also want to get rid of all the vision. They gave Aghanim Scepter to Disruptor. They're all in. They wanna
The Force
end
Staff
this
Cookie,
game right
Abyssal
now.
Blade. This Ursa Warrior just skating everywhere. Jumping left, jumping right, jumping forward. Beyond godlike. 12, 1, and 13 on Skitter's Ursa now. Two very spectacular performances. AM and Ursa, two very different heroes, two very different tempos and timings. Skitter has played them beautifully in this series.
He definitely looks like a different player than when he was in NIP.
He looks much more comfortable here, right?
For sure.
Like
Maybe
this reminds me of the
feels no
Skitter of
pressure.
Penta.
Okay, another repair kit.
That's the last one though, that's the last chance they've got. Yeah, this reminds me of Penta Skitter, where he was just, all out aggression, making plays. Astrals for days.
Service to imbalance.
OD keeps the Radiant away from that final barracks in mid lane.
Very nice item, I gotta say. Coming out straight from Seattle. Repair kit. Sadly, you can't buy the charges like you can do for drums.
Just buy a recipe. Buy the repair kit recipe again. And no, stop it. Stop. It's my edible Battle Fury of the Anti-Mage. That wasn't bad enough. Repair kit charges being purchased is worse. Nigma, very, very well defended though. So hard going high ground against this Underlord.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, Radiant.
No
Use the scan, they know.
Radiant's
Nigma
bottom
is
tower
chasing.
is under attack.
Another smoke.
The battle of the high ground. Who can hold the ramp? Who can hold the stairs without being burnt alive at the stake? There's a yours up, and the stun missing. Baranya completely off the mark. That was nowhere near landing. Miracle in the back, hunting Spartan. We will clear it up as the impetus damage starts to rain on in onto Skylark. Does have all of his arsenal available on Mortimer's Kittens. Where are we going? Forward. Up to Wee, they found the OD. He's got right back ready, but Kuroki being shredded now. The two cores, Baranya, Skitter, they destroy them. Nigma,
That's
two
level
heroes down.
25. Lash with the edict damage for you. I don't
Here
think
we go.
this Raxus can survive anymore. That's only the illusion. I love the repositioning of the Ursa with the Cookie, Earthshock, and the Abyssal Blade.
And the Force Staff as well. Like, Lil is forcing Cookieing and then allowing this Abyssal Blade for Skitter to get that final jump towards them. Toss onto mind control. Skitter, Abyssal Blade, GH though, just in time. Enraged is up and GH down. No buyback available. That is a dieback from Miracle, MC, and Wee trying with a Pit of Malice and that Sandy's Eclipse to do as much as they can, but this B3 from Ursa allows them to turn, battle, destroy, kill the Nigma side as they have nothing left. The godlike Baranya Leshrak with a triple kill chasing the poor Miracle Night Stalker in the fountain, and he's gonna get another one. Skitter is beyond godlike, adds to his tally another notch in his belt, and Nigma, 4 heroes down. No buybacks. Mid lane open, tier 4 is exposed, and Kuroki, well, he's got to know now that the GGs have to come.
Well, there it is. I mean,
Dire's middle
you know
tower
something's
is under
off when
attack.
you're losing to
Dire's
Disruptor who
structures
has
are
Ag-
fortified. Radiant victory.
Scepter flashing and is building Scepter again. But jokes